Have you seen these videos or ads pressuring people to become a high value man or woman, or to be able to attract a high value man or woman? Well, I certainly have. And if you felt something's off by them, I have too, and I'm going to tell you why. Then I'll get into what I believe really is a high value man or woman. And it's not what they're telling us it is. I first came across these terms some years ago because I'm in the healing and self improvement field. So naturally, there's some relation. There is some overlap. But it's also very different too. It is not the same, which I'm going to get into as well. And from my experience, it usually is this attractive female or this successful man presenting himself as powerful and all-knowing. And they're telling you, you got to attract a high-value man or woman, and you got to be a high-value man or woman. Now, it comes across as self-improvement at first, which is great. I mean, we should be here to be the best versions of ourselves. Nothing wrong with that by any means. But at the same time, something feels off about it. It did for me right from the beginning, because I believe the first person I saw talking about it was this popular male influencer that seemingly came out of nowhere. He was just talking about being a high-value guy. Now, if you want to be this, fine. The problem right from the get-go I had with this definition of a high-value person is it seemed like the old definition of what is looked up to. The consciousness is raising on our planet right now, and people are starting to not desire what previous generations did. It doesn't seem ideal. We know the truth behind it, so we're going a different way. Another thing that did sit right with me with this guy is he kept showing off material goods. His definition of a high-value guy was lots of money. And nothing necessarily wrong with lots of money. But he would show off fancy cars and expensive big houses. Things of that nature. And he was talking about getting out of the matrix. The irony was, these are all things people pursue in the matrix. They want to keep you trapped in the pursuit of material goods. By now, I have certainly known, and other people are starting to figure it out, they don't satisfy you. These are for people that are still pursuing external validation and trying to fill a hole in them that they should be looking into how to do that for themselves. Because looking outside yourself you're never going to find the right answer. So he seemed like a hypocrite, and him and the next lady I'll get into, and the other ones I have seen, they all seemed very acty. They felt like actors, that they weren't actually living this life they were talking about. They were just putting on a show for the camera. The way I see it, if someone's really giving good advice, they'll follow that advice themselves. And why would they? Because if it's anything that would really make your life better, why would you incorporate that into your life? Now, the next lady, she was very attractive, and she came off as an authority figure on the topic, that she was a professional. Then, recently, and I'm talking the last week or two, she got exposed. She was living a double life. She was not doing anything that she was telling other people to do. She was also charging exorbitant rates for her sessions, and it doesn't seem like she believed a word of this. She couldn't do it herself. This is problematic because she was someone who was always high value man and high value woman this. What guys should be doing. That's who her target audience was specifically. But it goes to all people, depending on what they're trying to tell you should be, or who they're trying to tell you should be attracting. My issue with this is, what exactly is a high value man or woman? We are all different. For better or worse, we all have different value systems. What's high value to someone else isn't going to be high value to me necessarily. And that's okay. We're allowed to be different. What's high value to me now wasn't high value to me early on in life. My values have changed over time as I've healed, and I'm coming closer and closer to my true nature. What was high value in the 1950s is certainly not high value now. To me, it doesn't seem like it takes these things into consideration. I also want to add, a lot of these high value coaches seem like narcissists. They have the double life. They're not practicing what they preach. And they don't seem like they offer a lot mentally or emotionally to other people. It doesn't seem like they have any emotional availability. How is that high value? As I've learned about conscious relationships, our society really has love and romance very wrong. Just the idea of what a relationship should be is so crazy, because so many people are trying to find a partner to make them happy, which is insane, because only you can create your own happiness. And only when you're self-reliant and you find a partner who's self-reliant are you going to have a chance at having a conscious relationship. Now that, to me, would be high value. What I want out of life keeps changing as I heal and get older. Right now, I long term would like to be off grid, living on somewhere that's self sustainable. That's not going to appeal to these quote unquote high value people, and I'm okay with that. It is totally acceptable to live a life that other people don't understand. This whole idea of the high value man and woman, I believe it was pushed just to keep people in the grind, to keep working hard, making more money, or try to find a partner who's making a lot of money, and then just worrying about your physical appearance, just doing stuff that will make you what society deems is more pleasant to look at. None of this stuff encourages people to work on themselves, to do the inner work, to pursue spirituality. It's all empty and shallow. I've also noticed they never really talk about love or supporting your partner emotionally, really being there for them, helping each other grow. Why is that apparently absent in someone who's high value? Because I really don't think this is high value at all. I also wonder why the algorithms push these narratives and these types of coaches so hard, because they would get tons and tons of views and become really popular, at least on social media. Something like that isn't going against the system. It's part of the system. I truly believe these high value men's and women's coaches are going to continue to get exposed. Another thing that did sit right with me is these coaches are telling other people to act, to become someone that they're not. They're planting the seed in your mind that you're not good enough, that you need to do something else, that you're low value with what you're doing now. Or maybe your current partner or your past partners were low value. They weren't good enough. You're not good enough. And that's wrong. If you're going to put on an act or rehearse a script to attract a partner, you're not going to meet someone who's right for you. They're going to be attracted to this different person that you're not. On the other hand, you're going to be miserable because you're going to have to perform in this way that isn't authentic to who you really are. That's what people should be asking. Where in any of this does it lead to happiness for anyone? In the US, there's a very high divorce rate. And people wonder why. Well, if you're not being yourself and the other person you're considering entering a relationship isn't being themselves, of course, it's not going to lead to satisfaction. There's going to be a lot of disappointment, and rightfully so. It's so crazy that most people don't see this. It is so obvious to me, and hopefully to those out there, it is to you as well. Now, what is high value then? To me, I think the answer is being your true self. Not necessarily who you are now, because you might be acting in a way that society has conformed you to. But when you heal and you shed layers, peeling them off like an onion, one by one, of every shield you have, defense mechanism, get rid of negative self-talk and all these other unhealthy ways of thinking. And you're no longer feeling the pressure to be someone you're not. That's your true self. And that's what I'm talking about. That's high value. Because when you're comfortable just speaking your truth and acting how you really are, it's going to push away some people, but the people that aren't right for you. Conversely, it's going to attract the people who are right for you, who are going to support your growth and your journey. They're going to be positive influences on your next stages, just how you could be a positive influence on them. Traits such as honesty, genuineness, authenticity, those are high value. Someone who's comfortable in their own skin, who can think to themselves, yes, some people aren't going to like me when I show them this side of me, who I really am, but the right people are going to love me. Someone who isn't scared to go against the grain is a very powerful person. They're willing to do what's right, which unfortunately is becoming increasingly rare these days. Someone like this isn't going to be pressured to buy things they don't need. They're not going to be told they have to look a certain way or think these thoughts or say these things that everyone else seems to agree with. This type of person is high value because they're unique. They're interesting to talk to. They're their own person. Now, when I mention this, doesn't this sound intriguing? Like someone you could actually grow in a relationship with? To me, it sure beats, hey, look how much money I'm making. Hey, look how attractive I am. Even though our physical appearance will change as we get older, and it's not permanent, and I'll just have to spend more time and more money to invest in this. It's crazy. If someone is teaching others how to be high value, and they're not mentioning to improve the person they are inside, then it's a con. This world is so fake. Don't let it or anyone else tell you what's important. Do the inner work. Come back to your true nature, even though it might not be popular right now. Embody integrity, morals, ethics, principles, virtue, and honor, which will bring in others who are doing the same. Now tell me, what's more valuable than that? I hope you have found some value in what I said today. I'm not too worried because I know the right people will. As always, take what I say with a grain of salt. Just take what resonates and throw away what doesn't.